and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing handmade paper using freezer paper. This one I did a video recently using Tim Holtz tissue. So this is, I was also inspired by chasing paper, I believe. So you get your piece of freezer paper, and I've cut it to roughly A4 size, and I'm just holding it down because it does tend to roll up. You get some white tissue paper that you scrunch up and then leave that for a little while we get on with filling it all in. Now I'm going to use gathered twigs to just take the starkness off. Now you are on the plastic side, and I wasn't sure this would work, but it does. But what I find is it does leave some brush strokes, so you just have to have a tissue just to blend it in a bit over the page like this. I hope you're all well. We had more wind yesterday and we've got more wind tomorrow, so I'm hoping this will be towards the end. The good thing is the temperatures are now up into the early to mid-20s, which is great. Right, I'm now using archival coffee and a small stamp I've got of some leaves, ferns, anything like that. I tried various stamps with this to help it to you don't want anything too big, that's what I'm saying. You need something smallish. Now so there we go. Then I've got, now I tried different ways with this. I tried normal tea leaves and it didn't work, because if you use things that are just a little bit too big, you tend to get an air bubble around them. So I learned that I had to really make this fine. So I dried out a tea bag, took out the tea leaves, and then I just sort of grind them in my hand, in my fingers rather, going over them. I've also got some dill. Now I tried some chai seeds I thought would look nice, but again they're just too big and they leave these air bubbles. You really have to rub the dill as well. I mean, you can use other herbs, but bear in mind that you can get these air bubbles. So you don't need a lot, as you can see. And then the last thing is some crayon shavings. Now, this can be a little bit tricky and can be a little bit messy as well, as it is quite difficult to, at least I found this difficult. And then you just like that. As you see, you do get messy. So I've got 3 colours here. These are just plain children's wax crayons, and then I do have a Dina Weekly scribble stick. I think it's olive or something colour, but I've got a light brown and a darker brown in normal crayons. And quite often, as you can see there, it gets stuck there, so I put it into the pot. I find it easier this way. and then the olive green colour. This one doesn't sharpen very well to get the shavings off. I haven't tried it with a knife, but you probably could use a knife. Okay, I think we'll go with that. And then I'm going to take, there's my tissue paper there. And again, one of the things I realised, you have to be careful when you're unravelling it, as it can split. And then it will split even further when you've got it on here and you're ironing. Oh, you see, what I find is it does tend to, with this being so rolls up quite a lot, I tend to spread it out again once I've got the tissue on, if I need to. And then you put on your greaseproof paper to protect the tissue. I didn't first of all, and I split the tissue. So be very careful with what you do, and then just go over, and you can see the wax melts. And what you'll find is the scrunched up tissue will give you a lovely texture to the paper. It's a bit of a long process, but I mean, I've never made the handmade paper where everybody squashes it down. So I'm not too sure. It looks a long process to me when you make it into a pulp. This seemed a lot easier to do. You can see in some places it isn't down yet, so you just have to be very careful. Go over it with your iron, but carefully, and then swap it over and do the back. One of the things when I found I was doing the frames and everything was that you had to make sure the sides were sealed. If you can see that, I hope. Oops, wrong way. Hopefully. Now this, you need to let it dry. No, you don't need to let it dry. You need to let it cool down, and then you can cut it to what you want to do with it, which I will come back and do. But for now, I'm just going to do another one to get some more paper. Okay, there we go. So I need to let this cool down, and I'll come back with things you can make with this, or you can just put these in your journal. So these, after letting them cool down, and I did flatten them because they do still start curling up slightly, I've got these too. Now, some of the offcuts I've also used and put them together to make tags and pockets and journal cards. So we'll be doing that. So I now need to trim these up, and for that I'm going to use my decollage cutter from Tim Holtz, but you could just cut them straight. I just want a decollage on them. I've cut these sheets down, and one of the things you could do is, it would be nice as a journal cover, but it is quite flimsy, and again, like I did with the Tim Holtz tissue, I can put it on here and make it stiffer with a piece of craft card. Oh, I've got two pieces there. Like that. But you could, and I'd have to trim it up. So with these pieces that I've got, I'm going to make some tags and journal cards and pockets. Again, quite straightforward. We're just trimming them up. So I will just put them together now. So this piece is slightly wider. As I say, these are the offcuts I've got. I'm just going to cut that in half. So you can see that fits on there nicely. And I'm just going to punch in the middle there. I won't be decorating this because I don't know exactly rather what I'm putting it into yet. But I will certainly show you when it's done, when I have done it. You'll see it in a journal. So that's one way of using them. I mean, decorate it is quite nice as it is anyway. Now this I want to turn into a journal card, and this into a tag, which I think I will do about there. I'm just measuring it on the page, make sure it wasn't too big for the page, and then trim it all up again. Now with each of these I need to back them onto some tea-dyed paper because again they're quite flimsy, so they do need a backing. Right, I've put this onto some craft card. I've inked round in Vintage Photo, so this will be a journal cover. I'm not going to put a sheet inside like I thought I was going to. I'm just going to keep that and see what it will be seen this year at some time, I hope. And then I've got these two, journal card and a tag. Now for the journal card, I want to, I've got to find it. Actually, maybe I'll do the tag first because I've got this already out. These are die cuts I keep. And I thought I could use, this is like a photo album where you stick photos in, and I keep mine in here. And I thought one of these would go quite well, just plain simple on there. And then I have my own labels I made last year, quite a few of them. If I can, there's the stamps we made recently. I've made all these, so would that be better, or quite like that, or would that, I think that might be a bit too big, that one. I think I'm going to go with this one. Yep, so I think I just need to stick these down. And I will say I use art glitter glue because either that or Fabri-Tac, I find when you're using this freezer paper, I know I've got tissue on top, but it's certainly a lot better than, I've tried tacky glue and they just doesn't stick very well. but obviously you do what you do and use the glues you like. This is just my personal preference. Oops. Right. As I say, I'm keeping these quite simple again, because you've got quite a busy background, haven't you? Maybe this might need to get rid of the white bit along the top there. Okay. Punch a hole in the top. There. Oops, sorry about that, the noise. And then just some butcher's twine to go through, keeping it quite rustic and simple. There we go, one done. Now this one, I've found a ruby and pearl photo which I was putting on here, and I was thinking of putting these on. But I'll try and not let it stick. Then I found my frames that we made using the Tim Holtz tissue. Now, what I could do is put one on each corner like that, maybe. This will be glued down though, with, I thought, that kind of like that. I know I'm covering up quite a bit of the paper, but actually I quite like it with these on. Oops. So maybe I will do that actually. I will put these on as well. I hadn't thought of that. I just glue all this down. Oh yes, I like them, definitely. Don't know what I'm going to use them in, but we'll see. And the other thing is we've got the pocket out of the leftovers, and I also got a small tag as well. And then we have, this is all the papers I've been making. We've got the journal cover, and then there's various papers that I've made here. And this one, you can see where when you've used the normal tea leaves, it does kind of leave a bubble there. But I've got quite a few sheets now that can, I like this one, that's not so bad. And but again, see with the tea leaves, you can see where it can leave a bubble and doesn't go completely like this. But I love the texture on it, and especially when you've inked around, because it's picking up the texture there. I'm hoping you can see that. Anyway, this is what I've made with these handmade papers. I hope you've enjoyed that, and thanks very much for being here. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and to hit the notification bell if you haven't. Thanks a lot. Speak to you all again soon. Bye.